Welcome to Elections 101 in 5, a show brought to you by IGA Africa and supported by the UNDP. On this show, we focus on the how and not who to vote. My name is Samson Itodo, and let's dive straight into it. What is the procedure for sorting, recording, and counting of ballots? Here is how some Nigerians answered this question when we asked them.
On election day, it wasn't as normal as they used to do it, but now we decided to stay. So we actually saw the way they actually opened the ballot boxes, then sorted it by themselves before keeping each party separate. So when they kept each party separate, before they counted it party by party.
That's a good shot at a rather tough question. But that is why this show is here to break it down for you. Understanding these steps will help you track and monitor the process on election day so your vote can count. So after voting has closed on election day, the presiding officer is expected to cancel all the unused ballot papers by crossing them out. And then he or she is required to sort out the ballot papers by party and thereafter loudly count the votes scored by each political party in the presence of you, the voter, the party agents, as well as accredited observers present at that polling unit. And when that is done, the presiding officer will endorse the word rejected on all rejected ballot papers or inscribe the words rejected but objected to if an objection to the rejection of the ballot paper is raised by a candidate or a polling agent on the day of elections. Now, the presiding officer can allow for a recount of votes on demand by a candidate or party agent who is present, provided that such a recount shall only be once. That is what the guidelines and the Electoral Act says. And so after these processes, what will the presiding officer then do? The presiding officer will be required to enter the scores of the candidates in both figures and words in the appropriate Form EC8 series. And in this case, it begins with Form EC8A, the primary result sheet or statement of result for that particular polling unit. And then cross-check that the scores of the candidates and the parties actually tally. After all these processes, the counting and the recording, the presiding officer will then sign, date, and stamp the appropriate form, the Form EC8A. And once that is done, he or she will announce loudly the votes scored by each political party to the hearing of everyone who is present at the polling unit. And then after that announcement, he or she would request the candidates or their party agents who are present at that polling unit to countersign on the result sheet. The refusal of any candidate or party agent to countersign the appropriate form or the result sheet shall not invalidate the result of the polling unit. And so after completing the result sheet, the EC8A, the presiding officer shall then complete another result sheet called the E60E, which is used to record the result and post them at the polling unit. So everyone can see the result for that particular polling unit posted on the wall. And once the posting has been done, because it's mandatory, it is required for the presiding officer to take the beavers and take a snapshot of that result sheet, the Form EC8A, and upload the result on the INEC election results viewing portal. As a voter, it's your duty to be vigilant to ensure all these processes are being implemented and the presiding officers comply with these processes because they are provided in the 2022 Electoral Act and the INEC guidelines. Thank you for watching. I am Samson Itodo. See you next time.